Hey there, guys. Fat Guys here. Uh, Being Halloween, at least Halloween type of year, I our family is doing something pretty cool for the neighborhood. We're doing like a haunted yard type thing, which encompasses 2 yards this year. I understand, so pretty interesting. But anyway, it's been a long time since I've actually gotten a costume together, and as you can see, I decided to go with a plague mask. As we can tell from the current pandemic, uh, health professionals are some of the bravest people in the world. Uh, and that's obviously been a legacy. These guys went in with what little information they had about the virus, did what they knew to do in the time, and, well, they came up with things like this beaked mask to, obviously, they thought back then that the air was what caused the problem. Uh, Not knowing that germs travel through the air on droplets, obviously. And the plague was also uh, gotten by skin contact. So, uh, but they actually prevented against some of that stuff inadvertently. They made a mask that made it very difficult for the spores in the air to get into, and the self isolating material covered in wax kept the bugs off of them and kind of helped them from having to touch unsanitary conditions. Now, obviously, they didn't know they were supposed to wash their hands and cover their mouth while coughing, and keep the 6 foot distance from people as a precaution. But you learn. Um, anyway, this isn't about the history lesson between the plague doctors. This is actually a knife review. Putting together this costume, I wanted something that would be somewhat period accurate. I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere near close without paying a ton of money, but kind of found this little guy here, and to me, that somewhat resembles something that you might find in you know Renaissance era Italy. Uh, Obviously, more of a modern design, but kind of cool. But I got this for $11, so I'm not too picky about it. I like the fact that it has these mini pins in it instead of like 3 big ones. I just thought it kind of added a beauty to it. I held on to the shield, yeah, the sheath because, well, I mean, it looks primitive enough, so why not? And of course, we're talking about the Renaissance, so everything was about art. So you know, the pouch looked great. Um, I'm not a fan of the sheath, but the sheath did come with the knife. So for $11, you're getting a knife, a leather sheath, and if you want that knife to actually have an edge, it comes kind of as a butter knife. I don't think that was their intention, but they didn't do much for the edge on this thing. I have ran this through the knife sharpener quite a bit, and it was enough to cut me in the toe when I dropped it. So, uh, it worked. So this can now cut things. If you're not good with sharpening a knife, might want to avoid this one. But for a costume knife, it's good. But I personally have this idea that if you're going to own a knife, you better be able to use it. But anyway, what this knife is from SCZO. How the hell do you pronounce that? Anyway, it's an 8-inch knife. 8.5, so I'm assuming that's your 0.5 right there. Back to this again. There we go. But it's called the patch knife. So I just thought it looked like something your everyman would be carrying, and fancy enough that your doctor would be carrying it. Uh, because, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure it wasn't an odd thing to have everybody carrying a knife, especially something called a patch knife. I've not looked them up, but I'm assuming that they were used by craftsmen for everything, for tradesmen patching things, I guess. So, yeah, it just kind of fit me as an overall nice knife to have. It's made in Pakistan, so it's not Chinese junk, but Pakistani knives, from my limited exposure to them, always seem to be heavy, um, pretty durable, much much more durable than the Chinese crap you seem to get. But for the price point, I think this is a good find. Anyway, I wanted to show that off to you, and also to announce that I have a gaming channel. Uh, I'm sure you've noticed, or maybe you haven't. I don't know that I have been putting up some game streams. Uh, just basically me trying to beat some older, arcade games and whatnot from my kids, from my kidhood, from my childhood. So I've recently been playing Halo Reach and recording my gameplay from that. And instead of, you know, overloading this channel with everything, and assuming most of the people I've brought to this channel are here for survival and stuff like that. I don't know how many of them are into gaming. So, instead of flooding this channel with it, I decided to make a separate one. And of course, there's going to be links to that and my Twitch channel. And that channel is called Angry Gaming Fat Guy. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess. Anyway, I hope that you guys will join me over there as well. I do believe I have 4 chapters from Halo Reach out now. So, and number 4 got pretty long. I really started to suck on that one. Anyway, I hope you all join me. I hope you all enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy the new content as well. The reason you're not seeing, you're going to see more of it, but the reason you're not seeing a lot of content on this channel is that this channel, you have to add more, I guess, more resources, more money, more time, all that kind of stuff into getting the gear you want to look at, to getting outside, to getting where you need to be. And this year, getting away from work was nigh impossible. So, you didn't get any field fun or anything like that. So, um, hopefully that changes in the future. But for right now, I can do gaming stuff. And after the Halo uh, TV series, I kind of wanted to basically read the book after watching the movie. So, yeah, I ended up blowing through the Master Chief Collection and all the way up to, I think, completing Evidence Campaign. At least I think I completed it. I beat the boss, and it seems to keep going. So, I don't know. Anyway, and if you guys want to become followers and fans on Twitch, I would love that. I would love to have a community there too. And don't get me wrong, I love the fact that I have over 200, I think 250 followers last time I looked. I may be wrong. I know it was over 200. Um, I'm happy that each and every one of you guys actually watch me do this crap. So I mean, that makes it worth it that there's actually people who enjoy it. So I hope you continue. Yeah, I hope I learn English and that you continue to enjoy what I put out. Anyway, you guys have a happy Halloween and see you on the other side.